Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that. I'm trying to use this starting soon screen that I made. By which I mean I just take the stream's thumbnail, write starting soon on it, and then overlay it. So people know that I'm starting soon. I would say it's a rousing success. Maybe. Surely somebody knows I'm starting. I could just start the stream straight away. I think if I link the stream even before I go live, that link still works. But I don't want to be wrong about that, and I don't want to post a link in 3 different places that's not actually going to lead to anything. Although I have done sillier stuff. Let's go ahead and make another sword real fast. Because this one's almost broken. I still don't have any offensive magic. There we go. I need to make my level 2 runestone. Hello, Radiative. Based on my normal patterns, I should be streaming Voices of the Void today. But, because of shenanigans, I had to stop early yesterday. So I'm going to do a long Vintage Story stream tonight, this morning. Time is odd. It's 3:22 in the morning for me. Are you ovulated? No. I know. I'm really invested in whatever's going on in Vintage... Not Vintage, this is Vintage Story. I'm really invested in whatever's going on in Voices of the Void. But these streams seem to do better. What am I in here looking for? Does anybody know what I'm in here looking for? No, I've got to put my fish away. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I'm on like day 23, 20-something. And things are starting to pick up. I'm messing with those cat folks. The Arirals or whatever. It's only a matter of time until I start rolling those R's as well. Just throwing shrimp at the Arirals. Oh, let me go ahead and grab more jerky to bait my traps. And then I will make that sword. I do think it weird that they, like, have these giant sniper rifles. Yet if I piss them off, they just kind of push me around. I guess murder is a bit excessive. I need to figure out how to unlock sandbox mode so that I can play around with a lot of the stuff that I'm too scared to steal. I don't know if they would appreciate it or not, but I really want to get the hang in there poster from a fresh save and hang it up in their treehouse. I can't imagine that would piss them off, so they'd probably be like neutral towards it. I read somewhere that sandbox mode is unlocked at some point after some story stuff. Hello, Aston. Welcome to the stream. I would definitely recommend playing Vintage Story. It's a good game. I need somewhere I can set my sword down temporarily. Are you cured yet? No, almost. Let's go ahead and make another sword, because this one's nearly broken. Okay. Put these away, since I don't need them. Yoink. And light it up. I like Terraria. I've tried to get into modded Terraria. But, for some reason, even though I've got, like, 32 gigs of RAM, every time I try to give modded Terraria permission to use more RAM, it just doesn't. So, like, Fargo Soul Mod and other similar mods. Like Thorium, that just crashes the game. It's like, oh, insufficient RAM, and it's like, you have permission to use more. Probably doing it wrong, though. Who knows? One moment. I spent most of the end of the last stream just forging, so we're not doing that again. I only need to make a new sword, since this one's on its way out. 170 is a lot of durability, but I don't want that to break when I really need it. LobCorp. I don't know, as much as I like Terraria, I'm bad at it. So I don't know if I would ever stream myself playing it. My favorite class is Summoner anyway, and a lot of Summoner is spent just standing around. And Project Moon. I mean, I'd imagine a lobotomy is pretty painful. What am I making? Sword blade? Sword. It's in here somewhere. Not Falx, although Falx would probably be better. Or Scythe. Here we go, short sword. I should make an iron knife, actually. Put that on the to-do list. Absolutely nothing to do with lobotomies. Yeah, whips were a thing the last time I played. It's just hard to get a whip early enough to do like a whip or summoner only playthrough. Alright, so the game just simulates having a lobotomy done. Alright. Do I have a stick on me? I don't. Alright, let's just throw this in water then. What I need to do is make more... linen, whatever. Are you cool? Yes. Ah. I'll have to remember to check it out. The problem is that I don't have a attention span. I lack both a long and short-term memory. Right, I can put this in my crate now. I need to upgrade my crucible so I can start making more of these higher level arcanum. So much to do. I keep forgetting that I want a stick. Yeah, I don't think I need a lobotomy. My brain doesn't work as it is. Right, you there, and you there. Or not. There we go. Another Blackguard sword. Probably put some of this stuff in my cellar. One moment again. I live. I really gotta do something with these eggs. I guess I could scramble them. Make some scrambled eggs with vegetables instead of just making salads and putting hard-boiled eggs in them. Speaking of food, I should starve now. Oh, Vintage Story's got some pretty good music. It just doesn't have it too often. If I come in here to settings... sound. I've got the music level all the way down to 15 because it gets really feckin' loud, and I've got music frequency to often. So my main issue with the music, being that it's really rare, could be alleviated by changing it to very often. But also, it does get really feckin' loud. Oh yeah, I cannot recommend Vintage Story enough. It does cost money, unfortunately. But you could probably just wait until I win the lottery, and then I will just be buying the game for a bunch of people. In fact, I've already bought this game for like 5 different people. It's something weird, it's like 21 USD, I don't know what that is in other currencies. But it is in active development. Just as a heads up. So your mods will break. I don't know why it's 21 USD. You can get 4 keys for like 60 bucks, which is what I did when I gifted the game to a bunch of people. There we go. Oh yeah, no, Vintage Story is amazing. Yeah, 21 bucks is quite a bit of money. Oh yeah, Vintage Story's got this thing called ModDB, where basically, from the website that hosts all the mods, you can click one-click download. And it just really quickly throws it in your folder for you. Which is good, because I'm kind of shit at modding things. Look at these poor creatures. Actually, I don't think they've been moving. I have no reason to believe that they're dead, but they're probably dead. What day is it? Still only January. The snow will melt in February, which means that winter is half over. But not half over enough. It's still too cold to grow much of anything. Let's see here. Yeah, even cabbages would probably die during the winter. Can put those away. Nobody checks the stream description. I could do that though, but I would also have to then look at my own mods and to see what I've gotten here. Well, not excessively. I have added like 3 or 4 different mods since I started streaming this. Mostly quality of life stuff. I grabbed chiseled tools because I think I forgot it originally. I grabbed animal cages because it took me like 3 in-game days to not even manage to get a sheep to my base. Bah. Real quick, let's go ahead and make a better torch. I mean, better is subjective. That's going to take as much. Oh yeah, winter is easily one of the best seasons in real life. But in Vintage Story, there's not a whole lot you can do in winter, unfortunately. It's meant to be a challenge. That's gonna take forever. I don't have the essence to justify doing this, but let's do that too. Obviously, I'm not just going to idle around waiting for spring, but anything that I do is technically still moving us towards our goal of waiting for spring. Oh yeah, I even like the snow in Vintage Story. I usually build my bases out of basalt, which is this dark stone here, and it looks really nice with the snow. As soon as it is warm enough for all my stuff to grow, though, I'm going to have so many nice crops. Probably start getting rid of the lingonberries and replacing them with crowberries. I really just need it for seed oil anyway. Speaking of which, where are my lingonberry or crowberry seeds? Da, 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 da. Here we go. Could make a tiny bit more seed oil. Empty, empty. Alright. Wait, yeah, there's a barrel there. It's not going to make a good amount of seed oil. I hate the summer for one reason and one reason only. Where I live, winter isn't as nice as it could be. Spring and autumn is when you really have to deal with the bugs. And the main annoying ones are mosquitoes. I get that mosquitoes have their place. But my blood type is O negative, and mosquitoes know it. I don't know how. But they know. I should put my tongs away. There we go. I actually really like spiders, praying mantises, etc., etc. That's why I've still got those spiderlings hanging out, even though they're probably Black Widow spiderlings. We'll be able to tell as soon as they molt a couple more times. There you guys go. How are you still pregnant? Hurry up and give birth. That's a weird thing to say to a sheep, but never say that to a coworker. Learned that the hard way. I don't interact with too many ticks. I guess I don't go hiking as much as I used to, since I'm only awake at night. You can go hiking at night, but you always end up looking like a serial killer. Oh, a heavy temporal storm is approaching. Good thing I've got my new torch. 2 new torches. Alright, which torch do we think looks better? The purple one? Or the white one? I like temporal storms, but after the first couple, they're just kind of boring. God, I forgot how I pronounced your name correctly last time. Gredigar? Grediger? I do remember that it means, I believe, dirt in Gaelic. So I remembered the easier part, just not the pronunciation. The white one hurts your eyes? Alright, we'll stick with the purple one then. I should make an Eldrathrium, or no, a netherite torch holder. $3,000 is all entirely too many lumens. Not a big fan of the sun. How much is in here? Not a lot. Probably shouldn't have made this torch. But you live and you learn. Too many lumens. I think we should just get rid of the sun. What has it ever done for any of us? Sure, the world might be a tiny bit worse off if the sun were to disappear. Gredigar, got it. All your lumens. Obviously, the sun disappearing would not be good for life on Earth, but it would only be a problem for so long. Until there is no more life on Earth, and then it's like nobody's problem. I'm not arguing that we should get rid of the sun, I'm just being practical here. We should also probably get rid of the sun. Well, with a heavy temporal storm approaching, the safest place I can go is underground. That's a joke. I should go grab my sword, though. I think the world, like, nobody really needs more than 5 hours of sunlight a day. And then I will just sleep in those 5 hours. How is everybody doing in chat? Are we living it up? Alright, so somewhere around here. Never mind, I already found it. This will also give us a chance to see how this purple torch looks actually underground. It's not the most offensive thing ever. It's bound to annoy somebody. This is actually as bright as my other torches. Just can't, you know, actually see. Oh, hey there. There's not a nest anymore. Where are you guys coming from? Ow. Go ahead and try out my new armor. Helps if I can actually hit them, though. Where am I? They pushed me into the block. Well, that was really loud. Anything down here? Well, at least the sawblade locusts didn't respawn. Because that would be scary. Oop, let's head back up. Underground is actually not where you want to be during a temporal storm. I just came down here to be funny. If you have a small enough space underground, you should probably be fine. What I need is for the temporal storm to take place at night, so that I can hide in my Dark Nexus box and have the creatures actually sacrifice their life force to me. Because I need their life more than they do. Probably. I could just be being selfish. I need them to give their life for my spells. Still no fish. It's almost like this tiny frozen lake is not the best thing to be catching fish in. I should make an armor stand if I can remember how. Which I'm looking it up. Nope, not that. Armor stand. Planks and hay grass. That won't be hard to make. I don't need it right now. Right. Even if it's not pragmatic, it is practical. If I sacrifice enough monsters, I can use their life force to make some more purple torches. Good and pass time. Oopsie daisy. Get up. Alright, let's go. Good thing I've got plenty of time before the storm starts. Perfect. They'll never find me up here. Now, to see if they actually go into the Dark Nexus. I guess it is pretty much in the nature of conservatives to fuel their powers with our suffering. That's right, I'm getting political again. But in a way that doesn't make the most sense. Considering I'm literally trying to collect the life force from monsters so I can power my shit. Power my shit, power my shit. Hello, Vicar! I don't think they're interested in walking into my Dark Nexus. During a temporal storm is the best time to meditate. I'm not going to be crafting more purple torches. I should not have crafted this one. You're making lasagna, but do you have plans to share? Also, what kind of lasagna? That's a good question first. Yes, something walked into my Dark Nexus. Only one thing so far, but the night is young. Maybe. Yeah, we've got plenty of darkness left. There's gotta be a better way to entice them. I mean, like, what are you putting into the lasagna? I will eat beef. I primarily eat fish, but I cannot stand pork. Don't eat sausage. This is, of course, only important if you do plan on sharing. Ow. Opened for 2 seconds, and I was being sniped by both horns. That is confirmation that this has to be open slightly for the monsters to even know I'm here. Although they're constantly trying to... Maybe I need doors. If I use doors, the both horns should not be able to shoot me through them. But they also seem to always know that you're there. Hopefully things do improve for you, Gredigar, or Gredigar. I'm also hoping things improve for me, selfishly. We're currently on the house hunt, which unfortunately means looking for another job as well. Unless we can find something close enough to where I currently work, but that is a bit unrealistic in this economy. Well, monsters seem to always know where you are through a door. Like if I was hiding in my dirt hut right now, they would be at the door trying to break in. So maybe if I use a door, they'll know I'm in here and walk into the Nexus. I can only hope, because I need their life force for my pottery. You're making lasagna out of vegan meat? What did the vegans ever do to you? Arr. Wonder what you'd put on a seafood lasagna. I love seafood pizza, but you usually make that with like a white sauce rather than a red one. Could probably make white sauce lasagna. Just make shrimp scampi, but like in lasagna form. That sounds good. Let's not break my glass. On reflection. Sweet, something else walked into the void. They don't spend a lot of time in the void, though. When I build one of these in the future, I should probably make it like a pit trap, so that anything that walks into it is stuck down there. Unfortunately, it's a lot harder to convince monsters and other mobs. I don't know if there's a vegan shrimp alternative. I was just speculating wildly for, like, my own benefit. Shrimp is just ocean bugs, but I do eat a lot of shrimp. Might be why I'm broke. Mostly joking. Not about being broke, but being broke because I eat a ton of shrimp. Got about 8,000 in savings, which is a lot for somebody who'd like... It sounds like a lot of money. It is unfortunately not. At least in this economy. Would have been hilarious if that broke my glass. I don't know why it would do that, but if it did, it would be funny. I'd be amused anyway. Sweet, something else walked into the void. There's really got to be a way to entice them to do that on their own, though, instead of just waiting until one of them decides to do it. Dr. Kell's shrimp isn't in the fridge. I keep all the cheater shrimp in the mailbox. I should probably continue feeding that shrimp to the cat plush rather than the arrivals. Arrivals. It sounds so much more strange when you roll the R. Arrivals. Arrivals. Maybe I need to roll the R's more. More! I'm tempted to just temporarily turn temporal storms off. All I'm going to do is be hiding during them anyway. There's nothing going on, I'm just in a box. I guess it does give me a chance to catch up with chat. Although any problems I have with chat aren't because I can't keep up, but because I can't read. I guess while I wait, I can just spam magic. Oh sweet, the temporal storm seems to be waning. I forgot to do my usual type out like and subscribe. You're going to have to trust me that that's what that says. Let me out of this box. This box. Yep, just looking at the Eye of Sauron. I've been gazing deeply into the void, but I don't know if the void is gazing back. Game needs more emotes. Alright. Those Bowthorn guys are really annoying. I'd argue that the game did not need a ranged enemy. Sure, Minecraft had a ranged enemy, but skeletons are also annoying. Nothing's in my basement. Probably should have eaten something before I slept, but gotta pass the time. So that all those monsters despawn. Wow, what a beautiful day to have a giant bow and arrow sticking out of my house. Alright, let's go ahead and grab a snack. And then I should probably do that ritual. Snack food. Whoops, put that back. I need to make more parchment. Go ahead and grab do. I don't know where any of my stuff is. It's probably on me. No, does not seem to be. I thought I had one rustic compound left over. But either I didn't, or I used it for something else, like an idiot. And if that is the case, I need more rot. Oh, here we go. I got 2 rustic compounds. Let's double check how to make a runic scroll 1. Alright, 2, blah blah blah. Easy peasy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover squirrel. Getting a copper robot thing. Oh, the copper golem. I would consider playing Minecraft, but I would have to mod the hell out of it. Ooh-to-do. Runic scroll 1. Alright. Only 1 rock. You there. Parchment. Oop. Grab this. Boom. Throw that in there and hope there's actually enough. It looks like there's enough. I don't think the particle effects play unless there is. What are you at? 307. I can't remember what I was at before, but I think that's more. By quite a bit. In the 926. No, I think I had 200 something. So I did not get that much dark essence from an entire temporal storm. Oh, I still have my chalk on me. No wonder I never have any inventory space. Come on, hurry up, I need this spell cipher. I should also consider making a neutral nexus. From what I've read about the copper golem, it might help my inventory. I technically do have a Minecraft a volley model. I showed it off last stream. There we go. Just a little thing. Make it larger. Look at that creature. Although that was actually made before I had my current color palette. So if I can figure out how, I'd have to modify that. I used the GitHub whatever so that my player model was visible on servers as well, but I cannot figure out how to update it. Or even just straight up deleted the gist or whatever it's called. I don't think it's gist. Status, gathering energy. Oh great, there's one of these feckers. Do I have a knife on me? I don't? No, I do. Let's kill it. Don't make me scrub lord, I'm ripped. Hey, frost or water? Frost. Ow, rude. Ow, getting thrown around by my own plants. Alright, so Frost's weakness is lightning. Oh, temporal gear. Can't wait to waste that. On something silly. I've actually got an unusual amount of temporal gears lying around from all these sentries I've been killing. But they technically started the fight. Oh, sweet. Let's go ahead and meditate and hope it doesn't fail. There's only a 5% chance of it failing, but it can fail. Success? Babu. Where is it? Is it on the ground? Oh, never mind, it's in here. Growth 1 requires tier 1 runestones, throw cipher into the Oculus. Increases crop, bush, and sapling growth level at the target location. Alright. I need more leather and parchment, but that sounds pretty overpowered if I can just spam spells to make my crops grow. It is a utility spell, and the utility spells are the ones I'm most interested in. Slap that there, just for storage. Let's see here. I guess I can start sacrificing shifting fibers. Like I don't have enough of them. What level are you? That's 2. No, that's not a good use of my essence. Yet. Tinkerer 1. Oh yeah, if you've ever played an old Minecraft mod called Thaumcraft, Rustbound Magic is inspired by old Thaumcraft. I actually prefer old Thaumcraft to new Thaumcraft. So I am enjoying Rustbound Magic. I had to mess with a lot of configurations in the files, though, config files. Because, like, not only am I streaming this, so I want things to be a tiny bit more streamlined, but also, like, I work full-time. I don't have time to spend, like, 1,000 years. Hello, Fern. Grow a calming reassurance. This spell will help you grow as a person by helping you grow your crops. Do I not have as many of these fibers as I thought I did? I might be out or running out. I can go ahead and remove this because I need that for paper. Too bad these temporal gears are useless. That's a joke. They're pretty useful. Oh, I'm just stupid. I need sticks, and then I need to figure out how to make pulp. Here we go, linen fiber pulp. Move that. Right, so I can just put 4 of them in with 2 liters, but that's not the most effective way to do it. Bandages seem to be the best thing to use, so I'll just do that. I've even got a couple bandages on me. What I don't have, and I would like to know where is, I think like that, and then these sticks. Yep. Where are all my shifting fibers? Surely I've got more of them than this, unless I've been using them for something and I just cannot remember. Food on demand sounds like it could be a little bit overpowered as well. Depends on, here we go, how much it costs to actually cast the spell. Like, can I spam it indefinitely? Or do I have to take breaks between spamming it? Alright. 18, that gives me 30. But I think, how much is a full barrel? Let's go and look at this again. Pulp. So I need 4 liters per bandage, it looks like. That doesn't sound right. Let's get my bucket. It would help if my water would stop freezing over. I'm pretty tempted to actually use this large frozen over lake to my benefit. That's all I was trying to do. Let's see here. Another object is in the way. Yes, I'm aware. 1 liter of water. Not enough. 2 liters. Not enough. Mm, 40 liters of water and 30 clean bandage. So I need 15 liters of water, I think. So it'd be easier if my brain worked. No. Apparently that's not what I need. I think my brain is fried. I have an idea. This idea requires I stop being stupid, which is a pretty tough ask. There we go. Put in all 40 of these. Put in 20 bandages. Nope, that's not enough. Am I doing this wrong still? It would help if the recipe wasn't so silly. 20 liters of water, 20 bandages. How am I supposed to be making pulp again? 4 liters of water per bandage? Sounds like a bit of a pain. Make 20. So I can put another 5 and 2 liters of water. Yes. Another 20 liters of water, not 2. That will turn into 20 pulp. Whatever. It's good enough for me. What am I going to do the math to figure out how I can actually make a full barrel? I couldn't do the math just then. Wasn't even hard, but my brain is fried. I should stop being stupid, though, and do that ritual. Clear out a decent amount of space. Helps if I have any inventory space whatsoever. It is wild how hard making pulp was for me. I think... And I shouldn't joke about this, but I think I'm having a stroke. Not actually. I'm probably fine. I think it would be easier if it would just display all of the recipes instead of cycling through them like that. That probably would have helped my brain. Oh, the lake isn't even completely frozen. It's gonna make it harder to use it for my rituals. Oh, I'm starving. Give me a second. Run for it. Let's see here. Food. Alright, back to what I was doing. Which is just losing my mind. I don't need that much space for the ritual, so I can probably just do it here. But the more space I have, the better. So it'll be easier without all the snow. What I have to do is set up like a large tower with enough room to do the larger rituals as well. Right, I'm doing the Ritual of Power, Runic Power. Here we go. Hello, Bochi Bee. Hopefully you just got here and didn't see me doing really poorly at basic math. We always appreciate your presence. Gotta get that chat rate up. No, in all seriousness, it's good to see you. Trying to make that runic thingy that I should have made while it was still daytime. But I don't think anybody expects intelligence out of me, so we're good. Sure, I'm being really stupid, but it would probably be out of character for me not to be. Perfect. I believe I can pick this up with my hands. Found out there was Howl's Moving Castle manhwa. I don't know what that is. I know what Howl's Moving Castle is. But it is an extremely popular anime. That's a weird green light produced by my rustic torch and purple one. I should probably stop that. Let's go grab my 6 whatevers. Gonna put that knife there and wonder why I never have any knives. Placenta burrito. What am I doing down here? Oh yeah, these things. I just need 6. Hopefully I don't need to make a tier 2 staff to cast this tier 2 ritual. But I guess we're about to find out. Alright, I probably need a tier 2 staff. But everything's already set up. Let's go ahead and hide in here while I look up how to make the magician's staff. Can I type? I mean, obviously not. Alright, it's 4 Primal Arcanum, 2 runic scrolls. Oh yeah, rift charges. I have to figure out how to do that. Charismatic 2. Maybe I just did something wrong. Let's find out. Because if I don't need... Oh, I just did something wrong. Good. I'm doing this so that I can eventually have a better staff. So not needing a better staff would be great. Nope, that didn't work either. Maybe this is in the way. Nope, everything seems to be correct. It would help if I could actually see what that text was. Arcanus times 6. Well, let's go ahead and hide and open my book. Try to figure out what I'm doing. Other than being stupid. Rituals. Yep. Ritual of Power tier 2. Enchanted Stone chiseled. Oh, I need neutral mana torches for that? But a neutral thing is the one I don't have. Alright, fine. Let's open this up. Look what I need to make the neutral thing. Oh, that... Where is it? I think it's the World Essence one I skipped twice. Yep, creates an obelisk. So I need 4 Arcanum, easy peasy. Enchanted Stone Ornate. Let's go make that while I'm in here. Can't remember the exact crafting recipe. But that is what I'm doing wrong. Because I need different mana torches. Grab you. Ow. If you wanted to go over to my glowing red orb over there, that would be sweet. Oh, that's andesite. Why'd I have so much andesite on me? Did I think it was enchanted stone? Alright, let's see here. Helps if I can spell. Usual issue of mine. I can make enchanted stone support chains. I'm not gonna do that, but that's kinda cool. If I could make an enchanted stone. Alright, so I just gotta polish it and put it back in. Well, an enchanted stone torch holder would save me a lot of dark essence. Alright, there we go. Ornate. Hey, do you crazy kids want to follow me this way? Follow me for adventure. Oh, look at that. There's one already in it. Gonna have to create a whole nother ritual, unfortunately. Ow, rude. I wish I would consume the life force of more than one thing at a time. Would make my job a lot easier. Gonna take a nap. They'll never take me alive. Especially since they're trying to kill me. Awful lot of work for some torches. Eat my last one of these, and then I'm now almost completely out of good food. Actually, I might be completely out of good food. Plenty of rot, but I can't eat that unless it's already in a bowl. Come on, keep playing with the Nexus. Ow. I don't have time for you, Shiver. Especially considering my sword's in here. Can't glitch through my door and then complain when you get stuck. Come on, hurry up, nighttime. I got shit I need to do. Really, there's not a whole lot I can be doing. I do need to make more pulp. Ow, rude. Look at all those drifters that aren't walking into my nexus. How rude is that? Something's out there taking damage to my raspberry bushes. That is a lot of drifters. Especially considering Rift's activity is calm. What are they all doing here? Yep, everybody just walk into that. I guess I'll hang out here until the sun rises. I'm still not entirely sure what a manhwa is, but my apologies, BoGB. Alright, well, have fun with that. But also be sure not to lose yourself to the drama. You're drifter. That's enchanted stone. There we go. Well, I thought I was getting its attention, but I guess I'm just hitting it with a rock, chasing it away. It's already 6 in the morning. If it wasn't winter, the sun would have risen by now. I also need to grow more food. Oi, drifter. There is a sling you can craft for throwing rocks even harder at monsters. I think it just makes them fly further, though. There is also that spell that makes you do more ranged damage, and I wonder if that includes thrown rocks. Just make like a rock thrower build. Come on, over here to the Nexus, buddy. I don't think he's interested. Well, the sun's not rising any faster. Sure would have been nice if I didn't need these mana torches. It's like the one type I don't have. Not that I've got enough of the other mana torches for any particular ritual. Just make me use mana candles. I've got a ton of those. Magic candles so far haven't even been useful for a whole lot. Sweet, it's dead. Alright. Just have to repurpose this ritual, I guess. Even keep this in my house. Not andesite. Let's go ahead and grab the enchanted. Alright, so when I do go around and making a mage tower, remind me to point it north, because that's where all these rituals like to point. Unless I pick them up and reposition them. Like, look at that. It changed direction. I don't know why it does that, but every single one of them does. Alright. Let's see here. I want this there. Actually, I think those were fine where they were. Yep, they were fine where they were. I have more chalk than I need on the ground. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Yep, just need 4 Arcanum. This will be a learning experience for us all. That's one more than I wanted. Just because I'm stupid, I will be putting that back. Do not want to pick this up. Alright, let's go ahead and make this obelisk. Whoop. This obelisk I can technically put anywhere. Let's go ahead and climb up here. Clear off my roof. Thankfully, this one can actually be moved. I'll just have to be sure I don't leave anything important in it when I go to destroy it. Right, here is a good spot. Where'd I put my dirt? Whoops. My dirt seems like an interesting thing to decide to lose, but whatever. Nope, went over. Stop at me. Alright. Now this one only needs these when it's actually in use. I'm not sure which one of these to steal them from. This one's currently active, but will be deactivating soon. And then that one is currently not active, but will be activating soon. I'm also doing more with light essence. I'll just steal from this one for now. There we go. I could also make more of them, but that sounds like a lot of work. So I'm just going to make even more work for myself by moving them around all the time. I did make a good call though, because it's already inactive. One moment. Almost left my torch on the ground. Well, I did leave my torch on the ground. Y'all know what I mean. What the hell? Why'd my ladder just break? Alright, one more. Also have to encircle it with chalk to turn it on. Sweet. Now, unlike the other Nexus with a devouring void and whatever prism, this one you have to feed stuff to actually power it up. I'll just check a couple temporal gears in there and see how much energy that gets us. Probably not a whole lot since it's only tier 1 for now. Boom. Where'd it go? Just in my inventory. Come on. There you go. Hopefully a lot. We'll see how much a temporal gear actually gets us. If a whole temporal gear is not enough to get 4 torches, it needs to be buffed. Like yesterday. Let's see here, something to eat. Just start shoveling berries and stuff in my mouth again. Lingonberries aren't very good. Where are my boiled eggs? Alright, let's free up some inventory space. Put you there. I don't need my chisel on me. Put that away. This would be easier if I was more organized, but I also don't think it would be one of my own streams if I was more organized. Put that on the wall where it can look ugly. Everybody likes a bit of an ugly wall. Grab my buttered carrots. Grab my boiled eggs. See if I can't put my lingonberries in there. Do I have any more chopped onion? You'd think I would. I'd established I can't put pine nuts in salad. I don't think I got any more chopped onion. Either that or I didn't put it away correctly. Neither would surprise me. Right, let's go ahead and cut up some stuff. Might even need to make another knife. Yoink. Yep, it broke my knife immediately. Probably because I tried to chop up the whole stack, which I didn't need to do. I would say you live and you learn, but I'm not going to learn. Yeah, I need to make another knife. Unfortunate. Can I get an effing jet? Basalt knife blade. I think I have a single iron ingot left, which means I should start making more. Ow. Yeah, I know I'm starving. That's why I'm trying to make some food. Perfect. Gonna have to... Now, actually eat something just to stave off the starvation. Let's go ahead and drink some wine. Are you ever hungry? Just drink 3 liters of wine. That'll fill you right up. But don't actually do that. It's probably too much wine. I think that much of any liquid is too much. There we go. Let's get this salad mixing. Oh, you know what I don't have is the crock, which is what I need. Just couldn't put this back outside. Oh, my vision's all blurry. Probably because of the wine. Who would have thought there would be any downsides to just drinking 3 liters of wine? Not me, that's for sure. No, not there either. Put that in there. Now I can make my salad. Alright. I don't know if a bunch of carrots and onions in a bowl with lingonberries and boiled eggs is count, like, I don't know if that counts as a salad, but that's what the game's calling it. Could also make some cold pasta. Probably make some cold pasta with cottage cheese once one of my sheeps give birth. Still waiting on them to do that. Like, how long does it take to produce an entire lamb? Quick, somebody Google the gestation period of sheep. In Vintage Story. Depending on how time-based it is, though, because I've set the months to be longer, which is why this winter feels like it's been going on for the last 7,000 years, probably take a little bit longer. Unless it is day-based, in which case, might be a good idea to just set the months to be longer. More growing season. How are you doing other than Gregnant? You resist nature magic. It's good. No, I don't want to be in here. You can see the bloodlust in my ram's eyes. I can pet him, but if I get close enough, he'll hit me. I should have put my carrots away. It's too late. It's not too late. Go and grab more eggs. Could have sworn there were 9 in there. I guess not. One of them must have only had 2. Unless those are my hard-boiled eggs. Nope, those are the raw ones. Can actually pickle eggs. I think I brought it up before. I actually really like pickled eggs in real life. The issue is, I am impatient as hell, so I don't let them pickle long enough. Although salads really are a better use for my boiled eggs, considering if I make scrambled eggs, I run into the issue that, what am I trying to say here? I can only make it so good because there's the 4 little slots in a regular campfire. Like this fire pit only has 4 slots, whereas the mixing bowl has what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So you can put more stuff into mixing bowl food, making it better. So they should really improve fire pots as well. Otherwise you have no reason to make things in anything but a mixing bowl. Hello there, little baby fish. Oh, it's just a little baby bluegill. Oh, time to cut it up. I am not getting very lucky with the eggs. The population of my tiny fish pond cannot be very good. A, because it's like a little 7x3 block surrounded by ice, and B, because I'm not repopulating it with ovulated eggs. How you doing up here, buddy? Really, only 320 for an entire temporal gear? It's not going to be enough torches. Well, let's throw in another temporal gear. I have more temporal gears than I know what to do with, but that does seem excessive. I'm also going to have to make another arcane or thematic workbench. Which is not hard to make, but I keep forgetting. Wrong button. Thaumic workbench. Yeah, not hard. Do I have to make... Oh, I used all my shifting fibers for stupid shit. I mean, totally important stuff. I do think that my plants are ready to be harvested again. And it looks like I'm going to have to do that, because no, I don't have any more shifting fibers. Where's my staff? Oh, never mind. I saw it as I was closing my inventory. I'm definitely stupid, but if I ever don't see an item up here, or wherever, it's because that's being partially covered by chat. Which is transparent, so I can see through it. But it does make seeing things hard. But it is a noble sacrifice. I'd rather look a tiny bit more stupid than I actually am, which, don't get me wrong, is very stupid, and be able to see chat, than just look moderately stupid, not be able to see chat. Ow. What the heck? Yep, that's what I thought it was. Better give me a temporal gear for wasting my time. No. Unfortunate. I need more of these plants. Probably be easier to do in the spring. But all I gotta do is plant some flowers near a rift, and it will generate more of these. I can do it in the winter, but that sounds like a huge pain in the arse. Your maximum mana has increased. I do need some kind of enchantment that lets me cast spells faster. Not saying I want them to be immediate. But this doesn't need to take 3 seconds. Or whatever it actually takes. Almost 4 seconds. I'm gonna be as efficient as possible. I need to learn that spell that lets me close rifts. Unless there's another way to get rift charges. But I think I need a very specific spell, which is super RNG heavy. Actually, come to think of it, the spell to close rifts is a level 2 spell, I believe. So there's gotta be another way to get rift charges. Otherwise you can't make a level 2 staff until you've got it. I don't think you need a level 2 staff to actually cast level 2 spells, but it sounds like something that would make sense. I should also probably change how I set this up so that I can collect it more efficiently. It's probable, if not extremely likely, that my technique does need work. But I could also set it up to be a tiny bit easier for myself. Your maximum mana has increased. Alright, I hear both on. They'll never take me alive. See here. I don't know if this will actually protect me. Would be cool if it would. Oh, hiding up here doesn't make too much sense. My void has been nerfed because I pulled the things off of it. Ow, rude. What's rift activity like? Medium? I'd like to replant, but there's all that shit going on out there. Whoops. Don't need that many. Let's go ahead and make another thematic bench. You here, and then you here. Nope, wrong tool. It is a bit odd you can't make a thematic bench, or thaumic bench, in a thaumic bench. It's just a slightly more magic crafting table. Right, connection should have been formed. Yep. Connection formed. Check it out. I've now got all 3 benches. There's the light, dark, and then neutral. I don't think there's any reason why I would need a plain bench. I'm good there's nothing in my cellar. Although I guess this does produce quite a bit of light. It does produce less light than a normal torch, but it's less warm. The purple light that I'm carrying around is a tiny bit impractical. Fun, though. Alright, let's go ahead and just sleep. It'll still be dark when I wake up, but who knows? Maybe it'll be calmer, at the very least. Probably should have consumed some of my bandages. Waste of bandages, but I would not have needed so much satiety. Alright, rift activity is still medium. So no. It's not a very good use of my time. Have you not made 4 torches yet? I think it has to make them 1 at a time, too. So as long as this is taking, it's going to take 4 times as long. Or who knows, maybe it does all of them in one go. Probably not. I can hope. Maybe it is doing all 4 at once. And that's why it's taking so long. It's because it actually is filling up 4 times. Did something just kill a bowthorn out there? That's possible, my Nexus did. No fish, big fish. What are you? Carp. How many fish fillets do I get for you? Only 2. But 2 is progress towards my goal of getting 64. Why are they so eager to be killed by my raspberries, but they don't want to be killed by my Nexus? Is it because I want them to be killed by my Nexus? And if I want it, they don't? Nothing in that one. Ow. Nothing in that one either. So many monsters that I wish I could figure out how to get to stay inside of my Nexus. If I had to guess, a pit probably is the way to go. Let's see here. Radaub. Neutral essence ash is not used in the making of anything too cool. Sorry, makes a Ziggonite, which I can use to make the ugliest torch holder I've ever seen. Alright, fine, it's not the worst. But I think I'm relatively safe. Unfortunately, I've got to go pee. So I'll be back. Even going to leave the game unpaused. So that hopefully the sun will be like rising by the time I get back. Very likely not. Unless I pee for like 7 minutes. I don't know how entertaining that would be. Go and do the I will be right back. 1K, por favor. 1,000, I will be right back. There we go. I shall return, probably. Unless I get lost or fall in. I have returned. Right, what time is it in game? Only 5 AM, so the sun has not started to set yet. Or not set. I prefer nighttime in real life, but I'm waiting for the day in the game. Well, while I'm waiting for that, how are you doing? You've made 1 torch. Can you only make 1 at a time? Am I somehow already out of essence? I can't imagine I am, but let's go find out. Also got a new torch color to play with. Yeah, it's only got 70. Does not make sense. I made 1 whole torch, and all it cost me was 2 temporal gears. Are y'all jealous? There's no way that is accurate. That does, for some reason, take a whole 250, which, if you ask me, is excessive. So we'll put that there. Yeah, I don't know if this is one of the configs you can mess with. Surely it is. There also might be something that's more worth using than temporal gears, but this is what I've got the most of, so let's throw that in there. Ow. Will both ones ever not be annoying? Probably not. Make sure I don't accidentally drink my pulp water. I need more inventory space. Oh, with 3 different colors of light, my house actually looks somewhat normal, as opposed to the horrible colors of using just one or the other. Gonna put it in the sieve. Now got 9 parchment, which is enough to make the spell. Where are my bandages? Honey, where are my pants? I think it was just 10 for 40. Huh. It's the first time I've ever put my buckets away. Just as you are, you're not yourself when you're hungry. I'm not me without my buckets. Where did I put them? Unless I'm that blind, and I just thought I put away my buckets. Nope, they're not on my person. Buckets. Buckets. Who doesn't like a good bucket or two? Was it safe to come out here yet? Buckets. Here we go. Oh, it's ice. There we go. Alright, my house maybe looks a tiny bit horrible from the outside. Or at least that glow does. Alright, seal it. Of course, leather is now the thing that I'm missing to actually be able to make my spell. Because I've still got feathers. If I can go find a bear or like a wolf that doesn't deserve it. Oh, sweet. Didn't look like I got anything too cool out of that. Although my inventory's full again, so who knows? Might have. My chalk is taking up inventory space it doesn't need to be. Let's go ahead and put that back in the house. Putting my knife away and then needing it 20 seconds later sounds like something I would do, so I'm not going to put the knife back. Yeah. Sticks, where'd my crate go? Ow, rude. I'm looking for my crate. Actually, wait, you're arcane. Can you... Let's go fight somewhere away from the bowthorn. Hopefully I get a crystal out of this to make all of this nonsense worth it. Nope. Did get a rusty gear. It's good, but not for anything I'm currently doing. Put it on the ground outside. What I think of your rusty gear. Put away my stick. Actually, do need to go the other way. What is this? Transmog. Mage armor shape. I could probably play with that. Oh, hell yeah. This rift produced a second one for me to break. No spell, though. Or if there was a spell there, I missed it a second time because my inventory is once again full. A proper place to store my armor. Or not armor, but like my mage stuff. And maybe armor storage. Something of that nature. Would be nice. It's not like I don't already have a storage room. It's called my cellar. I would also like to stop using that as the place I keep everything. But I'm weird and impulsive. So even if I decided to stop throwing everything in there, I would probably just keep doing it. Hello there, Wolfie. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a couple. Whoop. Sorry, buddy. You have to die. I need your skin. I just wanted your skin more than you did, I guess. Alright. Not a whole lot of skin. I would joke that he's too skinny, but the opposite is true. Har 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 har. I'll take fucked up animal murder jokes for 500. What else do I not need? To an extent, I need all this. Where did I get another temporal gear? There we go. Poor creature. I also want your bones on reflection. Ah, it's just a piece of driftwood. Let's go ahead and put this down. And this down. Go ahead and consume this. See how I look in it. Boom. I've now got big, ugly, rusty gear pauldrons. How do I look? Hopefully I look fancy. That ugly upgrade, purely cosmetic. Seems to have not even freed up any inventory space, though. Because why would it? Oh, it's because of my torch. There we go. Figured it out. I have so many brain cells. I'm not using any of them, but they're up there. Oh, this one even had a chunk of animal fat on her. I'll take the animal fat over a broken knife. I'm heading back now to replant my stuff. What I need to do is get a spell that's not purely a utility. Or just get a better utility spell. Every time I bring up the magic I'm excited for, most of the spells I want are utility. They're just not the utility spells I'm getting. Alright, let's go. Almost walked right past my house. That rift has given me 3 different groups of things. Just so much stuff. Alright, let's go put you here. Somewhere around here, I've already got some animal fat. Just not enough to do anything with, so I haven't been using it. There we go. I've got so many bones. I'll also keep my meat down here. Or not meat. My hide. Because if I can kill more wolves that don't deserve to die, I could make more leather. I did just get rid of my knife, but it's not hard to just make another one. First and foremost, the main thing I'm doing over here. Gotta hurry before the snow fills in the checkerboard pattern I've got going. I won't know how to plant these if I can't just follow the snow. I also can't plant them too close together, but that does not mean I can't screw it up. I can and often do. Whoop. I don't like how you sometimes get stuck on the snow. Excellent. I seem to have gone that far out before. Probably just overexpanding. Or I'm this dumb. One of the two. Alright, let's go check that rift again, because it is the gift that just keeps on giving. It has not closed, but doesn't have anything for me. Well, let's go find ourselves another peaceful critter. I guess wolves aren't peaceful. I do still feel bad about killing them just for leather, though. I'd rather domesticate them, but that's not a mod I have. Are they trying to do something that needs a knife? Let's go ahead and nab a knife real quick. The ability to, like, conjure a knife would be sweet. It's like the main thing I never have on me. Where'd it go? Don't have a stick, but that's an easy thing to fix. Where, there it is. Alright. Go ahead and carve up this fish, put it in my cellar, and then go look for more innocent wolves. Do. My goal of 34 is not, or not 34, 64 is not too far off now, actually. Just put that there, wander off in the other direction looking for wolves. I should probably eat something, but who knows, maybe the wolves will be less likely to attack me if I'm also starving. It's not how anything works. And I'll fill up while I'm this close to my house. Better than starving later. As I was wandering off, I'm like, what would Vikar say? Oh yeah, my salt. Still damp. In fact, I don't even think that it will dry in that container. I forgot I was making salt. It can't have been finished for too long, because it takes 10 whole days to completely crystallize like that. It's not something I have time to worry about, though. I'm doing other things. If I could multitask, I would probably have a roof by now. Well, hello there. I would definitely feel bad about killing you. But at the same time, I do need leather. Here we go. Oh, poor thing. Hot chocolate? I'm just kind of killing defenseless animals. And some less defenseless animals. Oh, I can't mix this with my other hides anyway. I need medium hides. So unless I can find more sheep to kill, that guy died for nothing. Or I could make the medium hide first and then the large hides later. But I need leather to make my spell. Which unfortunately means I have to go on a rampage. I do think that's the first time I've killed a peaceful animal, though. I've never had red meat on me. Not on this stream, anyway. Or these streams. I will eventually be using my pigs for meat and leather, but they're still locked up. Not because I hate them, but because I'm too lazy to build them a pen, like the sheep have. How much inventory space do I have? Not a lot. It's the usual. I need to become a tier 3 mage so I can make bags of holding. Why is there a fox down here? I mean, it presumably just fell in the hole the same way I did. Kinda want to explore these. I've got 17 ladders on me. There's no harm in some light exploration. Some surface lead. Unfortunately, my buddy Addy is not here. And, let's see here. This is not the hole where I saw the fox. Oh, there's a raccoon down here. I wish you could domesticate and keep, like, a pet raccoon. They make decent pets in real life. In California, Fish and Game won't let you have a pet raccoon, because they kill toddlers, but I will never have a toddler, and I want a raccoon. The solution here is obvious. Just let me have the raccoon. This torch is not the best for exploration. Like, don't get me wrong, I like it. But even though it technically produces as much light as my other torches, it is harder to see. Blue light is bad for your eyes, but the blue light torch might actually be pretty decent for exploration. The reason they use blue light in some places is because you can see further. Nope, there was nothing for me down there. I had a feeling there wouldn't be. Get out of the hole. Sometimes you can get really lucky walking into just surface caves like that and just find a translocator basically on the surface. Oh sweet, more resin. I don't have the inventory space to be picking this up, but I will need a lot of it in the near future. Not seeing any wolves or more sheep. But I either need more medium or more large pelts for making my leather. It's interesting how many wolves there are when you're not looking for them. Just walking around in the woods looking for hazelnuts and I basically trip over wolves. Unfortunately, the inverse doesn't seem to be true. I'm in here looking for wolves, but I do not seem to be tripping over hazelnuts. Not that I think hazelnut bushes would stand out with everything being dead. You know where has a ton of wolves is up north, where my bees are. The ones that won't swarm. Could head up there. How long are you fresh in my pockets? Only a day? I'd rather not turn the red meat into jerky as well. Are you a pig? Yes, you're a pig. I'm sorry, pig. Ow. I killed 2 wolves. Oh no, one of the wolves did hit me, I think. I was gonna say, it's like the first animal to actually get a good hit on me was a wolf. I mean, a pig. So, weight is also low. Oh, is that a medium hide? That's what I need. A cool thing you can do with the expanded foods mod, or maybe it's technically added by a culinary artillery, is that you can seal red meat in a barrel with salt, and it cures it over time. Like, it takes a long time. But then you've got just a barrel of salted meat. It's gonna stay fresh for a long feckin' time, especially in a cellar. Which, to be fair, salted meat is something that they did. Alright. I don't think that this is closer to my stuff. I'll go ahead and mark it. Where am I, actually? I can't even see me on the map. There I am. Yellow bees. Save it. The bees I know where are refusing to swarm. Oh, hello there. Interesting running into one of you down here. I want to see what's in this cave. Probably just more bowthorns. Nope, just like a sheer drop downwards. I don't know why there are so many of those. I don't think I have enough ladders to be exploring that. Let me up. I'm looking for wolves, but this would be a pretty shitty place to actually encounter one. Alright. Gonna just keep heading north. The bees that I have marked on the map up there, you can see them, will not swarm. I'm hoping it's because they're technically part of a better ruin. Maybe some of these bees that aren't part of better ruins will actually swarm. Or I'm just doomed to a long life without bees. What are you, Earth? Ow, hold your feckin' horses. I will fight you. I'd rather fight you in the open, though. Alright, here's a better spot for it. Come down here. Ow. Right, it is dead. Nothing really good, but nothing I don't already have on me. The crystal's taking up inventory space. Being just a regular rust crystal, I will probably drop that. Gotta head north. There's wolves out here in them there hills. At the very least, when I'm trying to do anything up here, there's always wolves. Hello there, fox. I'm not that desperate for bushmeat that I'm going to chase down and kill a little baby fox. Another animal it would be cool to keep as a pet. But foxes are wild animals. So are raccoons. Raccoons are just more interesting. Humanity should domesticate raccoons. I'll be long dead before it fully happens. But it needs to be done. Although who knows, maybe the device will be finished by then. It's a joke. I do not want to be immortal. Oh, look at that. Some sea berries. Where are the sea berries? Well, I picked them. Ow. Music ready for another exciting getting lost in the woods adventure. I should probably head back. A, because it's getting nighttime, and B, I've got all this red meat on me I don't want to spoil until I can do something cool with it. Maybe even make some sausages, hang them from the hooks I don't have. You can cook sausages and use them in stuff like salads, which is probably what I'll do with it. Or you could also bake the sausages into stews. My biggest concern, like, I don't like sausage, but I do like pepperoni, which I think is technically a type of sausage. But I only get the all-beef stuff. Because I'm secretly a snob. I'm just like a broke snob. No, I don't like pork. It does make sense that I wouldn't like pork, though, considering I am asexual. Har 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 har. I am asexual. Non-split, so technically aroace. I just don't vibe with the label. I just wanted to make a pork joke. It wasn't funny or appropriate, though. I like that you can see my house from space. Probably couldn't see my house from space, but it is weirdly blue from the outside. Although with how blue it is, that is what makes me get the feeling that that torch would be better for exploration. I don't know, let's find out. First order of business, put my meat in the cellar so that I do not lose it. 1 day on my person, 13 days in the cellar. That should be plenty of time to figure out what to do with it. And I want to put you down and pick you up. We'll try the blue torch for a while. See if this doesn't make visibility slightly better. Let's go ahead and grab my salt. Ow. I should do something about those bushes. If I'm not going to do something about them, I should at least stop walking into them. Oh, I have no inventory space. I'll temporarily put this in here. Or rather, this goes smoothly than have a pickaxe on me. What are the odds I'm going to need it in the next couple of seconds? Salt is both overpowered and underwhelming. It will keep things fresh longer, but unless it's like meat, it's not going to keep it fresh for a whole lot longer. Alright, let's go ahead and seal my barrels. Boom! I might make more shelves. I don't know if I feel like waiting for these. I don't feel like baking these salt when I could just let them air dry. Go ahead and close that for my continued survival. Shelves are just this. No. That's a door. Here's the shelves. I'll make 4 more shelves. I should expand my cellar at some point as well. Right, there we go. That should be plenty for my salt drying adventures. I see no reason not to put that there. I'm sure it's blocking that spell cipher, but it's not a spell I plan on making anytime soon. There we go. Large hide, fresh for 5 days, medium hide. Here we go. I'll find out which one's actually better. 1 large or 4 medium. Probably the 4 medium, but not by a whole lot. I can also go get more medium, just not at night. Let's say here, 1 large. No, that actually won't tell me. I'm pretty sure the medium is better. I can also go get more medium hides. In theory, I know where to go get more large hides as well. Assuming there are still sheep over there. What time is it? It's still going to be dark when I wake, but if I just leave, the light level outside doesn't matter. Because all the monsters will be near my base, and I will be elsewhere. Once again, probably should have healed before sleeping, so it didn't consume nearly as much satiety, but here we are. I'm working on a spell that'll make my plants grow faster, and depending on how spammable it is, I might need to never worry about satiety again. I need to make more food. I would imagine the plants still kind of struggle. Like, the climate very likely still needs to be correct. How you doing, fish traps? Nope, one of them is at least still baited. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put away my temporal gear. Look at that, I've now got a second neutral torch. It only costs me a temporal gear and a half per neutral torch. Alright, who's dying in my raspberry bushes? Let's see here. Go and grab 6 of these. Ba, 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 bum. Where's my animal fat? Here's my animal fat. I actually also need these. I don't need all of them. But having them helps. Don't mind me. I hear a bowthorn. Hate those things. I really need like a source of water in my house. Let's see here. Where'd my lard go? You'll never take me alive, suckers. I'll steal water from my greenhouse. Which is somehow not frozen over. Oh, it's because it's got a roof over it. I forget how water that works in this game. If my greenhouse water could freeze, so could my fish trap. Alright. So I think I need 8 liters? No, maybe I need 0.8 liters. Let's just look it up. What to do? Expanded foods, bread, blah, 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 blah. I think it's in the basics. Bottles, meat rack, spile. Did I pass it? It's in here somewhere. Just says lard in large text. Meat rack. Probably did pass it a couple times. Let's see if it's in here. Lard. Yeah, so it is 0.2 per lump of fat. So I need a bowl. Could also use a bottle. It's too late now. Yoink. Alright, let's go ahead and heat this up. Get my lard going. Unfortunately, I cannot age my sausage, which would make it better. Probably could, I would just have to... so much going on out there. If I'm going to be using my very limited red meat, I should probably make sure I'm doing it the best way I can. But now my hammer's in the house. I should connect those two so I can safely get there. It would look ugly. But I can also just say it's temporary. Whether or not it's actually temporary. Grab my hammer. I've got little fuckers that bolt doors. And I hear both on. You'll never take me alive, suckers. I just hope that rift isn't close enough that something spawns in here. Darn it. Yeah, I see ya. So many drifters. Just let me out. What is rift activity anyway? Other than absurd. Also, I had 2 more fat I could have added to that. Am I out of bandages, or did I put them away somewhere? For storage purposes. I must be out of bandages. What a wild world we live in. Oh, here we go. Rift activity is only very high. Which does and does not explain all the monsters out there. That's an absurd amount of monsters. Bum-ba-da-boo. Bum-ba-ba-doo. There we go. Alright. statue up there. Why not? Let's put this here. Surely that's enough heat to keep it going. Probably won't be. It is weird how inconsistent their aim is. Sometimes their aim is impeccable, sometimes they just miss. If I had to guess, they're only missing on purpose. So that Tyrant does not realize they need to be nerfed. Alright, can we leave me alone while I'm trying to do hot girl shit? Oh, sweet. Ah, my pickaxe is in the house. Yoink. Oh. What did I get? Looked like there was a spell in there. Could have been wrong. If there was, I didn't pick it up. Nope. Whatever that flat thing was not a spell. Or I'm blind. Something strange dropped. I'm gonna real quick put my meat back in the cellar, just because I'm being silly at the moment. My tongs are already in that base. Don't know what I did with all my charcoal, so let's go grab a tiny bit more. Oh, sweet. Some of my pine cones are trying to grow again. I wish I could use the pine cones in, like, fruit bread. But no such luck. Huh, where'd the rest of the dead drifties go? We should use a good-looking stone, or metal, like copper. My copper doesn't look good, it's just cheap. And sometimes cheap is what you want. There we go. Back, stack. And if you wanted to produce like another one of those whatevers, that would be sweet. Can never have enough of them. Grab you, put you there. I don't know how to navigate a 3D space. I shouldn't, but I wonder if I should drink some syrup. That should have healed me more. Oh well. I'm no longer starving. Come on, copper. Heat up more. It doesn't need to be this hot to be worked, but the hotter it is, the less likely it is to cool down while you're working with it. Boom. I am making hooks. Copper scales. Probably I don't need a second ingot. I might need a second ingot. I'm also hoping I can free those. We shall see. This is going to need a second ingot for sure. Might be easier to start with like a plate. I mean, I don't have a plate. That's the kind of thing I would have had to make. Let me go grab a tiny bit more charcoal. Ow. That's the power of planning ahead. I mean, this is a horrible example of that, but it is also going poorly for me. That's how you know that planning ahead is a good thing. And that my issue is that I never do. Tabletop RPG time. Have fun. Well, those bushes are ones I planted on purpose. So me crashing into those repeatedly is just because I'm dumb. It's the other bushes close to my house that I really need to do something about. The ones I planted are fine. It's like a puzzle. Alright. Well, we appreciate you hanging out and chatting. Gotta keep that chat rate up. I'm now partially monetized. What I need are watch hours and like 40 more subscribers. I think 60. I can't count. I have to slap another ingot on here, but I can move these around. Might as well just start making bridges, since this other ingot's gotta go on here anyway. There we go. So much of this metal is going to be wasted. It'd be nice if you could just create, like, shavings when you, disconnect them. Yeah, I'm trying to make some hooks so I can age some sausage in my cellar. Just normal goals to have. So much wasted metal. I don't think you could, but maybe if you were more careful, you could actually make hooks using a single ingot. It is weird that you have the option to either make one hook or 4 hooks, though. So I do believe it is one of those things where you are going to need 2 ingots. Probably make 1 hook pretty easily, but a 4 requires a lot of work. I'm actually not a big fan of sausage. I do like pepperoni, which I think counts, though. Boom! Imagine I fucked that up last second. Alright, so these are temporary. Which means I can't just use an ugly lumber I don't actually care about, such as pine. Where's the torch I'm actually using? Oh, here it is. Hell yeah. I only need 1 more temporal gear and I can make my 4th torch. Oh no, I'm actually running out of temporal gears. Honestly, the fact that I've needed this many temporal gears is hilarious. In like a really annoying kind of way. Throw those in there. I didn't even do what I said I was doing. There we go. Eat the rusty gears. Alright, I'm actually going to have to throw these in water. But that's fine. I'll just do it in here. Strange that I was able to hold those without taking damage. I've actually been standing on fire and not taking damage either. I've not done anything on purpose to make my character immune to hot metal, but they seem to be for some reason. Alright, how do I make hooks? Come on, hooks. Alright. Like so. Made a single wall hook, which I do believe, to be fair, does hold 4 sausages. Right, that's good enough. Well, I did make the joke about not liking pork because I'm asexual. I don't like pork. It's just like a weird sweet meat. Not a fan. 1 liter of lard. I should probably not have the lard on me if I don't want it to dry. One, two, 3, 4. Let me go ahead and find a rock to smash these with. Surely I can't smash them with enchanted stone. Even if I could, that would be stupid, so I'm not going to do it. Curious though, so let's check. No, couldn't use it even if I wanted to. You lose the rock, so that would be a bad idea. Put these back. Yeah. Gotta mix the magic into the sausage. Otherwise it's just a normal, regular old, seraph stroke kobold sausage. I'm no regular kobold. There we go. I think you can also mix herbs into your sausage, but I don't have herbs. I should figure out how to make herb bundles. Unless it's for some reason really difficult to do, it can only be a good thing to have. Because adding herbs to something increases its healing factor. Now I'll make 4 cured red meat sausage. Which is what I need to hang them. You can also make fish sausage. It's not as good as red meat sausage, but I would try it. There's also crab sausage. It's going to take a whole 7 days to cure. Which is more time than I have. So let's go ahead and grab 6 of these. And to make 6 sausages without salt to use now. That being said, I am starting to starve already. I should avoid eating the jerky since it is for my fish. Imagine you've got friends over and you're like, check this out. Just open up like a bag of beef jerky and dump it into your fish tank. And they go wild for it. Your friends would probably stop talking to you. I'll just randomly eat my caviar. Delicious. Alright, let's make this sausage. Stop getting distracted. I will get distracted like another 30 times though, so... Gotta keep everybody on their toes. What is Satu up to? It's like, oh, they're just getting distracted again. Right. I don't need to put salt in this one. So I just plan on baking it and then using it in my salad. For that extra protein satiety. I think I can also use some raspberry syrup in my salad. Sounds gross. To have like a carrot, onion, and red meat salad with raspberry syrup, but I'm pretty sure that the serif doesn't have taste buds. That's too many. Probably move this. I can't imagine it's going to get in the way. But it would suck to find out that it will. Why is this rift still open? And not giving me any more of those things? Go and grab a liter of that while I'm in here. And then my torch. Give me that. Let's light it up. I need more aged torch holders. Probably some aged torch holders in the big ruin. If I could ever keep my bandages around long enough, might be worth checking out. I've also got real armor now. Might not be a terrible idea to make more real armor. Gotta cook up my sausage. Should I also use boiled eggs in my carrot, onion, and red meat sausage salad? Extra protein with a tiny bit of fruit. You can actually make vinegar by purposely letting wine go bad. And vinegar is good on salads. Vinaigrettes. I don't think you can make those, though. Wine vinegar, pomegranate vinegar. It's an ingredient for tofu, apparently. So, soy milk. And then juice is used to make tofu. I don't feel like that's accurate. I didn't even know tofu was in the mod, though. Oh, it's added by Wildcraft Fruits and Nuts. That's odd. I wonder if you can use baked tofu in anything. Surely it would appear in the compatibilities. Wildcraft Fruits and Nuts. All fruit liquid Wildcraft Fruits and Nuts can be used in the mod, blah blah blah. No. Can't seem to use tofu in anything. It would be cool if I could put tofu in my salads. Pretend it's a meat substitute, because it technically is. Although I prefer tofu in soup. How is this still only part baked? Hurry up. There you go. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Water and red meat sausage. Oh, I guess I could also have boiled it. Can you boil sausage? I guess that is how hot dogs are usually cooked. Well, I think hot dogs are like pre-cooked. I mean, boiling. Technically, you can boil anything. My mother used to boil chicken. For some reason. Come on. I need this to hurry up so I can make my salad. Delicious, delicious salad. One of these days I'll expand my cellar. I also need to expand my kitchen. Oh, my mother was raised in England. They don't actually season their food. I guess butter's not a seasoning. So who knows, maybe she's made that before. Maybe you just assume that the British aren't seasoning their food because they think that butter is a season. Although my mother's actually French. She was just raised in Britain. Hard-boiled eggs and then pickle them. You can pickle eggs in this mod. I bring up pickled eggs all the time, and then I'm like, I try to make them, and then I don't let them pickle long enough. Actually, fucking love pickled eggs. Alright, let's go ahead and throw those in there. Alright, carrots, onions, and if it'll let me put them in hard-boiled eggs. I don't think I have enough hard-boiled eggs left. I have 10, I totally have enough. Alright. If I was... I only have 11 chopped carrots. There's definitely more in there somewhere. Here we go. But I've got more carrots than onions. So I'll do 2 carrots, 1 onions, 1 hard-boiled eggs. Unless it won't let me put the onions in there. Or the eggs. Alright, it will let me put the eggs in there. I'm not saying this will be a good salad, but it will be a salad of all time. Put all my stuff back, and then grab the bowl. Or crock. I guess that's just a cooking pot, not a crock. I think I'm more tired than I thought I was. I've been super stressed out about house hunting. And I'm presumably going to have to job hunt as well. Let's see here. 450 vegetable satiety, 670 protein, 120 fruit, and then 1.5 healing per serving. The healing's not that good. Bundle of herbs. Maybe just gotta look up herbs. This is a different mod. Herbs from Wildcraft can be added to most foods. Yes. Add bundle of herbs. Maybe when it says bundle of herbs, it just means, like, the herbs themselves, and it's not an actual bundle item. But I can add it to sausage. Which would increase the healing of this salad. It's not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is, where can I get herbs? Maybe if I look up Wildcraft. Nope, it just tells me all the stuff from the Wildcraft mod. Which is not what I'm looking for. What's a common herb? Let's just look up thyme. And thyme is a mod. I have to find thyme though, and cut it up into seeds, which makes sense. You can use a ruined dagger to cut stuff up. Why? Alright, so I've yet to encounter any, but there are Wildcraft herbs out here. What time is it? Oh great, the sun is setting. I thought it was rising. I gotta go get some shit. I suppose it's not that dangerous, just wandering off to the north so I can hunt some wolves at night. It'll give us a good excuse to test out this new, torch I got. I guess the torch itself isn't new. I should also put my lard in here. Will harden in 2 days. I don't want it to do that, but there's not a whole lot I can do to stop it. Oh yeah, I didn't even eat, which is one of the 2 reasons I went down there. Where's my bowl? There it is. Pick it up. Eat it. I'm actually pretty decent. I wasn't starving, but... Where's my sword? Put my parchment away. If I was smart, I wouldn't be carrying so many iron nuggets on me. But I'm not smart, so it's what it is. Alright, let's go ahead and head north. Check my fish traps real quick. Nope, nothing in them. They're also still baited. Now, I still remember when I was a child, I would get in trouble for eating the cornbread around a corn dog, but I would not touch the hot dog. I've just never liked those things. And then I watched how it's made on hot dogs, and then I liked them even less. I wish I could eat the rusty dust. What's the worst that could happen? Probably just give me superpowers that I already have from consuming rusty dust. But I don't think I ate it. I think I, like, meditated on the properties of the rust. Or something. I'm just gonna operate under the assumption that to become a rust mage, you have to drop your stability to 0% and then eat rust. In the game, do not eat rust in real life. Even if you're iron deficient, I don't think eating rust will help. It might. But don't do it. Do I have any dietitians in chat? Can I get tetanus from eating rust? Or do I have to, like, have it enter my bloodstream? And would it not do that if I ate it? I'm asking all the real questions. Alright. In theory, this torch is better for visibility than my purple one. But I think they both kind of suck. Using an actual lantern, or even just a regular torch that would unfortunately be extinguished if I jumped through water with it, would be better than this. I do like how waterproof these torches are, though. In case I need to explore the depths of the ocean. This is not an ocean. If it was, I would have had salt way sooner. But you get my point. Is that a rift underwater? Those aren't uncommon, so I don't know why I'm surprised. What I need to do is open up a large space underground to be opening rifts in. I need one more of these torches so that I can make the... What was I making? No, that's just to make the runestone. I'm going to need a lot of these torches. I just don't think there's any winning. I'm going to have to turn down the cost in the config files if I can find it. Because needing an entire rusty gear to make one torch is a bit... Not rusty gear, temporal gear, so even more absurd. To make one torch is a tiny bit excessive. Oh, sweet, traders. What's these two again? Looks a little chilly there. Can catch a few Z's. Oh, this is not better than my bed at home. The mono torches do burn out, but you can just relight them. Normal torches burn out, and you have to break them. Don't get anything out of them. But they'll never burn out in your hands, / pockets, whatever. They only burn out if you place them in a wall. But you can also craft torch holders out of netherite, aetherite, and I forgot what the other one's called. Starts with an X. On a positive note, though, you can just swim through water with these, so they don't extinguish that way. My issue is that they can be consumed during a ritual, so needing an entire temporal gear to make one, and you're just likely to lose it anyway, is just insane. I prefer to do things without cheating, but just some of what this mod asks of you. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna cheat. Like, I'm sure if you had, like, 1,000 hours of free time a day, somehow, to play nothing but Vintage Story, it would be totally fine. I don't. I also don't have an attention span. Here are the bees that are never going to swarm. I mean, they wouldn't do it now anyway, because it's winter. But they never even updated to acknowledge the flowers. So I just got all these empty skeps. It's not why I'm here, but let's go ahead and just pick these up. Those bees can stay there. Oh yeah. You can mess with a lot of that stuff in the config files, but it would be neat if there was like a Rustbound Magic less bullshit mode or whatever. Like, I'm loving the mod, but I don't have the time for that. The bees won't move until spring, no, but they should at least acknowledge that there's more flowers there. Those bees are bugged. I think it's because they're part of a modded structure. Those ruins aren't natural. Those ruins are part of the Better Ruins mod. And I don't know how, but I'm hoping that that's the reason they will not swarm. Because if bees are just bugged, I'm fucked. I need bees for other things. Not only can you use beeswax to seal crocs and stuff, which is really handy, but it's the best way to make candles. I can make candles with seed oil, but at least until I expand my crowberry empire, I don't have that kind of seed oil. Like, I don't have that much. What are the odds I missed any, Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any torch holders in here. One of these, I think this one does have a translocator up top. Yeah. Whoops. No, it's a tool vessel. I can fix this, not with the stuff I have on me. Although there is a chance I've used all of my temporal gears on stupid shit. So who knows, maybe I can't fix that translocator. At least until I stop being dumb. Well, that's not my own stupidity. What do you want? That is making a single torch consume one temporal gear. More rowan. What are rowan tree seeds? Oh, I guess they produce berries. I think I've already looked this up. No. I guess they're poisonous. Come on. Oops. I guess while I'm not doing spells, I should be wearing this. It'll slow me down a tiny bit, but I might still be faster than them. Rest in pieces. I can hear more wolves too. I'll have enough medium pelts. I'm confident that sound wasn't a baby wolf, and if it was, just don't look at it. Don't make eye contact. Here's a wolfie. I don't suppose you want to kill that bowthorn for me, do you? Where are you, bowthorn? If I do have to choose between a single torch taking a rusty gear, or temporal gear, or bowthorns though, I would rather have the torches. This wolf is weirdly chill. It's probably just gonna turn around and bite me while I'm looking at it. Kinda don't want to kill it. Normally it should have attacked me by now. Hey buddy. I'm sorry, but I need leather. So chill though. Why is it not hostile? Got some bushmeat jerky. I really don't want to kill it, but I do need the leather. Will I be able to sleep at night if I kill the wolf that clearly doesn't want to hurt me? Or at the very least is glitching out? There we go, he's hostile. Now I can kill him guilt-free. Sorry, buddy. I needed you to attack first. There is a mod that lets you tame wolves. Considering this game simulates early human history, being able to domesticate wolves to an extent does make sense. Even wild-ass wolves will usually not attack people unless they're super desperate. Right, there's definitely another wolf around. Gonna start starving soon. Good thing this jerky is so filling. Oh, there's a rift. Boom. Just consumed an entire handful of, entire pocket worth of jerky. Just to stave off starvation for another 2 seconds. Look at the size of this rift. That's a nice rift. Ow. This is not where I want to be. That's a nice rift. Oh, that's just the Rowan. It's not even the same Rowan I was distracted by earlier. If I don't head back soon, I will just start starving again. But I know there's another wolf out here. I keep hearing it howl. Oh, that's a bear. A bear would give me a huge pelt, but that's not what I want. A couple huge pelts, and I wouldn't be hurting for leather, though. How many do I have? 5? I think you can only put in 8 at a time. No, you can only put in 8. Whoa there. Was I already low health? Usually grizzlies aren't a one-hit kill. I'm gonna take this off for sprinting purposes. Host not responding. What do you mean host not responding? This is a single-player world. I found the bear. My server overloaded or crashed. Nope, let's go ahead and leave the game and come back in. All of my stuff should still be there, or I'll just cheat it back in. Because I don't feel like that death was my fault. That death was clearly the server crashing. No, I've gotten in fights with grizzly bears before, and they're never a one-hit kill. So either I was closer to death than I thought I was, or that was the server being weird. I'm not gonna force quit. Probably just increase the likelihood of all my stuff being gone. I want to know how the single-player server crashes, though. Loading. I'm just gonna hit force quit. I don't even think hitting force quit's going to actually cause it to force quit, though. I was gonna go stream for another hour, but I guess the next hour of the stream is just going to be this. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've got super chats enabled if you want to just throw me money. Don't do that. I was hoping that setting it up would allow me to set up my payment method or whatever, but I think I need to earn $40 before I can even set up a payment method, and they don't pay me until I earn $100. So I need to get to full monetization so I can make money off of these ads that YouTube puts on my videos, regardless of anything. Well, you can just thank me that way. That's totally fine. Super thanks is like giving money. Just don't do that. Yeah, I guess this is going to be the next hour of the stream. So how are y'all liking Vintage Story? Not my streams, but like the game in general. The stream was a lot of fun, but I guess it's just this now. What the hell? Come on, game. It's taking its sweet time to load. If I could get to the main menu, I could at least look at what mods I have. If I had to guess, they're in app data roaming. Obviously, I'm not going to let you see my roaming files, but since I'm just waiting for the game to do what it's doing, I will look in here for my Vintage Story stuff. Here we go, Vintage Story. Mods. Those aren't my mods. Unless the whole thing crashed. Here we go, I've got a culinary artillery, animal cages, og plant lib, which I needed for another mod, better ruins, chisel tools, config lib library, that's what that is, expanded foods, food shelves, herbarium, which I think is also needed for another mod, it's like a compatibility thing, and kobold player model, new world crops, rustbound magic, primitive survival, sandwiches, which I've not played with, tent bag, I don't know what vsim GUI is. It's got to be part of something else. And then wildcraft fruits and nuts and wildcraft herbs. It's not even a server, it's a single player world. But I guess that technically it is just its own simulated server. It crashed, and then I was killed by a bear. Or I was killed by a bear, and then it crashed. But it's also not even closing. So we'll have to find out later if I even still have my stuff. Probably just gonna force quit the game and then load it back up and see where all my stuff is. I don't feel like this death was my fault, so if I have to cheat all the stuff that was in my inventory back into my inventory, I'm going to do that. It's just wild that I hit force quit. It's not even doing that either. Alright, have fun, Pocket Dragon. I'll let you know at the start of next stream if I end up having to cheat a bunch of stuff into my inventory. Just come back and I've got 4 bags of holding. It's like, yeah, I did some mining off camera. It would be funny to fill an entire trunk with diamonds, like stacks of diamonds, considering they're actually useless. Mostly. They're mostly useless. It's like, yeah, I just came back with full netherite armor, which isn't even a thing in this game. Alright, I'm going to force close it, reopen it. Let's see how things are going. What does this look like when I've actually got nothing open? Just a black screen. Here, I'll put these up. Shrink that guy. I guess I could just put it under this one. Make it less of an issue. No big deal. Let's actually start launching Vintage Story. Loading shaders. Alright. Single player. Just playing around. Who knows, maybe the server will have even crashed before I actually lost my stuff. normally, there's a bunch of text that pops up, like saying ominous things, such as "it remembers," but one or more of my mods is messing with that too. So I'm having fun with all of the mods that I've got, but there are definitely issues, so maybe don't. Loading. It probably is actually loading though. Oh great, I can't actually see chat. There we go. Chat is back where it's supposed to be. Hopefully whatever place I end up living in next is actually a house, and that I don't end up homeless again, although I probably won't. I've chosen homelessness over moving back in with family in the past. But that shit sucks, so even if I move in with family I don't like, it's better than being homeless. Anyway, tangent aside. Hopefully, wherever I end up living next, I've got a bedroom large enough to fit my computer desk, or at the very least I get a nicer, smaller desk. Second monitor would be cool too, so I can actually see chat without needing it to be a transparent screen above whatever I'm doing. Because regardless of what I do, it does not seem to actually want to pin it to the top of the screen. Oh, is it crashing again? I think it's not responding. But it'll load. Just give it a second. Vintage Story client is not responding. Yeah, I'll just wait for it to respond. I don't know why the game is suddenly struggling. There we go. I mean, if my mods were causing problems before, surely this would have been an issue until now. Like, before just now. Those aged thatch roofs do look really good. I would still rather use, like, stone shingles, but I can't find slate. Still loading. Oh, I'm getting a couple of ellipses. Oh, sweet. I've actually still got my stuff. So that one-hit bear kill was not canon. On that note, before I can encounter another bear, let's just start heading home. I'm also going to put this back on, because I can run faster without it. Empty skip, empty skip. Huh, skips don't stack. I think I knew that. Tiny bit annoying still. Running around at the speed of sound. My jerky is very slowly curing. It's primarily for my fish anyway. Hawthorn. Are there hawthorn berries? Yes. Are they edible? Yes. Cow parsley, cranberry. Where do I find wildcraft herbs? I feel like I would have seen some by now. Not that I'm stopping to look at every single plant. Maybe I should be stopping to look at every single plant. Or at least try to see if I can't see one that stands out as potentially an herb. Having more healing in my basic foods would be a huge boon. Like the character from Fallout New Vegas. Boone is a fun follower, got a good moral compass. Oh, hey there. Come fight me where there's, like, open space. What are you, Frost? Water? Frost. What do you got for me? Another temporal gear? I could use some of those. Nope. Alright, let's just keep heading back. I am glad that death is non-canon. I was hoping I could just cheat 4 bags of holding into my inventory, though. Although even if I did have like 100 inventory slots, they'd all be full of something stupid. That's why I often joke that it's like, I need more hands. No, those hands would be full too. I could have 7 arms, and all 7 of them would be holding something. So I'd just be sitting there trying to pick something up, and I'm like, if only I had an 8th arm. Hoping there's another wolf. As long as I win the fight. I'd like to pick more fights for more leather. As sad as it would be to let the large hide go to waste, I do need more rot as well. Although huge hide would produce a lot of rot. Going to start starving again soon. It's only 50% cured, and I can't eat it how it is. I guess I could stop sprinting like a lunatic. I'm not going to. Oh, here we go. I can eat these 5 sea berries. There you go. Oh, give me a second, wolf. I will actually kill you, though, since you're so eager to die. Ow! If only I was wearing my armor. Unfortunately, that death is canon. Let's go. Running around at the speed of stabbing. Now, the Blackguard short sword is good, but as a rust mage, I've got reduced melee damage. I even have a spell. I mean, I've not crafted it, so I technically don't have a spell. But I do have a spell that will increase ranged damage, speed, and accuracy. Of course, then I just end up being a stealth archer. But I resent that, because stealth archer is really the only good way to be a mage late game in Skyrim. There is no, I mean, like, outside of 2 or 3 ways, there are not a lot of ways to make your magic do more damage. So by the time you're like level 40 even, everything is just way too tanky to effectively kill with destruction magic. You just end up playing as a stealth archer with a bound bow. It's like, it isn't not fun, but it's not what I would call mage gameplay. What the hell am I, other than stuck in leaves? Right, approaching where I died. Weep. Right, here's my corpse. Where's that thing that killed me? That strange white dog. Or they're more commonly known, that puppy. Oh, there's a fish down here investigating my stuff. Huh. My 13 empty bottles are now 13 bottles of water. I didn't know you could do that. Put my brigandine back on. Oh, I was 1 stab away from winning. Soul binding was interrupted. Can I soul bind non-magic armor? And if yes, what does that do? I'm intrigued. Oh, on my way back. Can I not drink my 13 bottles of water? What's the point? Except to waste my time, because I'm going to have to dump these out. Probably go make sure there's nothing else in the water, considering I didn't have inventory. There we go. Alright. Anything else left behind by my corpse? No, I must have just had an open spot. Probably the 5 sea berries I ate. Put my magic armor back on. Does not seem like I can soulbind this. I don't know what that text was about. Heading back home. I like the fog. Like when it's just... Nope. Run for it. I do need more wolves. I just need to be careful about it. I don't need more wolves. Ow. A healing spell would be nice. It is interesting that that wolf turned and ran first, considering this is the one that had less health. Let's go and go after that other wolf. And then constantly curse my minuscule amount of health. Why must I have so little health? Boom. Even more inventory space. Alright, wolf, where are you? If you didn't want this fight, you shouldn't have started it. I can't even remember what the wolf looked like. Probably didn't get too far, though. More than anything, this is about self-preservation. Can't have the wolf getting the drop on me. I'm not entirely sure where that wolf went. Just disappeared into the void. Probably gonna stream Voices of the Void tomorrow, and then the wolf will just pop out of nowhere and bite me. Or just get a signal. It's like a distant wolf cry. Nothing in there for me, unfortunately. Alright, home sweet home. I mean, it's on the other side of this frozen lake, but I'm basically there. I need better spell ciphers. Go ahead and start curing this as well. Oh, it's a big fish. And it's still baited. What are you? A trout? Think of the trout population. How are my salt crystals doing? Nope, still damp. Apparently salt dries out a lot faster if you bake it versus just letting it air dry. How are you doing? You do. Alright. It'll cure in 6 days, but it's only fresh for 4.3 years. So hopefully that hopefully 6 days is shorter than 4 point whatever years. Alright, let's go check on my livestock. Start making cottage cheese if my sheep popped out their babies yet. Just accidentally put my parchment in the barrel. Unfortunately, I'm out of bandages to make more parchment. It's not that big of a priority. How you doing, sheep? Fuck yeah, they popped out little babies. Of course, the babies are still terrified of me, but they should technically be generation 4. Do I have an empty barrel in my basement? I don't think I do. Let's go ahead and grab some seed oil. There we go. Now I have an empty barrel. 0.75 liters is going to be a huge pain in the arse to work around. But that's a later problem. Barrels, let's go. Not barrels, buckets. Let's go try to milk my sheep. Heck yeah, first successful milking. Could you come a little bit closer? I don't want to go in there. You are exactly why I don't want to go in there. Hell yeah. Don't worry, plenty of milk is being left for the babies. I will soon be cottaging some cheese. And cottage cheese in showers, in salads, is OP as hell. Do not shower in cottage cheese. Although you could probably sell video of that online for quite a bit of money. I'm not here to judge people. It seems like the people with the most money to spend on weird shit are into the weirdest shit. Where's my paper? I know this 5 parchment's not all I've got. And yet, I don't know what I did with the rest of it. Of course, leather is the thing that's keeping me from making another spell. For now. And parchment. Oh, here it is. Good, good. I should probably start making the leather as well. Medium hide, where are you? Hide your kids, hide your Wi-Fi. Just gonna get this started. Party doesn't start until I walk in. Alright. So I'll have the leather that I need to make another spell in like 20 days. It doesn't take that long, but it will feel like it's taking that long. Heck yeah, the last torch I need for my ritual. What did I do with that thing? This thing. I need that spell that will allow me to close rifts. Or I need to look into another way to get them. Hopefully this doesn't actually consume any of my torches. Can't afford to lose those. It cost me like 3 temporal gears and a bit. Alright, place you here. I wish these little outlines would last a tiny bit longer. Or I could just memorize the pattern. Alright. I'm dreading doing this. I need to do it, but I'm only dreading it because what if it consumes any number of my torches? Oh, I've had these 6 Primal Arcanum on me this entire time. No wonder I never have any inventory space. Oh, I don't have any mana either. Let's go ahead and alleviate that. Chug, chug, chug. Doesn't work if I keep picking them up. Put that down. Right, there should be enough mana to cast it. Fingers crossed this actually works. Hell yeah, and it consumed none of my torches. I don't have any medium crystals yet. Should probably find out. Ooh. I've got greater mana regen. I don't know if that's actually different because I'm a level 2 mage. I think it does say that it increases with power. Basic runestone, I want the advanced. Frame placement is incomplete. Oh, it's probably because that's in there. Yep, that was the problem. Able to craft tier 2 blocks, or objects, not blocks. Bit of a difference. Alright. I don't have any of the stuff that I need to start making higher level arcanum. But I do now have the power to do so. If I did that thing I keep joking about, it would still be expensive, but I could, whoops. I could start making medium crystals. Alternatively, I can also just find out what level you need to make them. Got this big opening here. There's a certain Y level. I can create a large space and try to light it up well enough that monsters can't spawn, and then I can just open a rift using the ritual. I believe it does consume your mana candles, but I've got 8 of those and I've not used them for anything yet. Oh, there's more locusts. I don't know where they're coming from. I destroyed their spawner. I guess it's not impossible that those blocks allow them to spawn, and I haven't cleaned them up. But I've died enough times. Only one of those counts. However, perspective thus gained. I'm going to leave them alone, for now. Hello there, Ram. Yeah, you're trying to kill me. Your body stops recovering mana. I totally filled it up, so I am getting better mana recovery as a tier 2 mage. Now I just need to get tier 3 so I can make bags of holding. Requires large crystals, which I can actually craft using pretty excessive amounts. Recommends magic tier 3. Doesn't say magic tier 3 required. It requires pretty absurd amounts of ash. But if I just came into here and I actually typed in the word admin correctly, there are these admin versions of the Celestial Prism, Devouring Void, and Nexus. It just means that they've got infinite essence, which in the case of this would only save me time. That's going to keep gathering essence regardless of what I do. This one does seem to still be collecting essence, but only when stuff walks into it. And then this one would be the most overpowered one to switch with the admin one, because it takes a whole fucking temporal gear to make a torch. A one. An torch. Paljon ko kailangan. I should make a wooden bed just to sleep more, or sleep through more of the night. I actually found an aged wooden bed underground somewhere. I don't feel like going to get that unless I make some more bandages first, however. Oh, cured. Whoa, jerky stack's pretty high. I've got 75 on me right now. Oh. 117. There's a shiver out there. You'll never take me alive. Run, run as fast as you can. You'll never catch me. I'm the gingerbread NB. It's too many syllables. Also doesn't rhyme. Run, run and seethe with envy. You'll never catch me. I'm the gingerbread NB. Sounds better. Can you seethe with envy? Surely you can. Where's my ladder? And what am I talking about? Right, heading down. Do I have my replacement sword on me? I do. Let's see what's going on down here, deep underground. Other than just more drifters. Not even drifters necessarily, just more locusts. Gotta figure out where they're coming from. Eggs in the pickle juice? Hell yeah. You missed my clever rhyme, but that's about it. Would y'all start coming up here one by one so I can kill you? I'll throw down my single basalt rock. Hit one of them. Come on, you guys. I wonder where they're even coming from. Yeah, come on. I came up with the rhyme, run, run, and seethe with envy. You'll never catch me, I'm the gingerbread envy. It's a thing of beauty. Get up here so I can stab you. I need an offensive spell or something. I also need these guys to stop respawning. Not 100% sure where they're coming from. It's possible they can spawn anywhere that's got this weird gunk on it. Maybe I gotta clear that up. Ow. That gunk does look like it's probably why they're able to spawn here. I mean, having an enemy capable of spawning indefinitely is actually a good thing. Or it would be if they dropped shit, but they don't. They drop nothing at all. Went back to the surface sooner than I would have liked. Only because I don't have any bandages. My life is an eternal quest to never have enough shifting fibers. So let's go ahead and continue to make that worse. Shapeless crafting. Really, all of that, and I only got 10 of these. It's 10 whole bandages. For like a stack and a bit of shifting fibers. Wild. Shifting fibers are pretty easy to get. It just takes time. But that's not the point. And I'm going back down. Watch, I get back down there, and they've already respawned. Oh, hey, Drifter. I don't know why so many of these monsters start fights that they're not ready to finish. Alright, locusts. Whoops. Why are there so many of them? Where are they coming from? Gonna put this on. Probably do better with actual armor. I gotta find out where these guys are coming from. It could actually be this. Clean this place up a little bit. That or I'm blind and there's another nest in here somewhere. If I was gonna hide another nest, where would I hide it? I don't think there's another nest in here. Oh wait, look at that. There's a locust nest right there. I don't have anything to break it with. Let's just break it with a stick. Oh, I see another locust nest up there too. How blind am I? I mean, exceptionally. Oh wait, don't spawn locusts while I'm actively trying to destroy it. The range on this short, so it sucks. There we go. Back to what I was doing. I don't know why they don't want me doing this. Would you stop? Alright. Anyway. Just keep spawning locusts. There is no end to this madness. Probably have an easier time stabbing them if they would stop hiding behind the corpses of their fallen friends. Who hides behind the corpses of their allies? Come on, get up here. Get in stabbing range. It's like 80 locusts. If I actually got anything from killing them, this would be funny. Right, nope. Gonna have to come back here with a pickaxe. Just wasting my time. And health. Mostly health. I guess there are also a bunch of people watching and or listening, so I suppose I'm wasting more than just my own time. My time is not very valuable, but since y'all put up with me, I'll go actually be smart about this. Oh, there's a shiver up here. It's just doing shiver things, making haunting noises. I've even got 2 more bandages. I wish I would just put stuff in my hotbar if there's space. If I'm crafting bandages, it's probably because I want to use bandages. My iron pick, my prospecting pick, it would work. Not what I want it for, though. Here we go. Put these away. I need to eat some food, and then head back, eat the food. Right, there we go. Well, back to what I was doing. I suppose if I stopped being lazy, I could also make horsetail poultices. Oh, there's a wolf pup. Probably orphaned you at some point. Sorry, little guy. Can I trap you in this? Yes. There you go. You're now a decorative piece. I'm decorating with my pet wolf pet. Or a pup. If I install the mod that lets me domesticate wolves, I've already got a baby one in my house. Locked in some kind of wolf stasis. Because I don't think it can grow old trapped in the cage. I guess we'll find out. When a full-grown wolf pops out of a tiny wooden cage and kills me in my sleep. And you know what? It'll be 100% justified in doing that. Oh, there's a drifter down here now, too. Boom. That being said, this is getting absurd. This was absurd ages ago. How many locusts there are down here? I don't even have a spell, like a ranged spell, to take them out with. Come on, I mean, one at a time, y'all. Alright. If this sword just did 0.7 more damage, I could kill them in one hit. But it's a big if, though. 0.7 is a lot of health. 0.7 feels like my maximum health. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Well done. I feel like my game is going to lag with the amount of locust corpses just sitting around. Would you stop? There we go. Right, how many of you are still alive down here? Get back here. Alright. Well, that took me 7,000 years. Deep Drifter, I do not have time for this. I just killed like 1,000 locusts. Doing a real quick sweep looking for more locust nests. Doesn't look like there are any. Should be the last time I have to kill 1,000 locusts. Without too much trouble. Could always steal it from Lowe's. They keep their mulch and potting soil and stuff outside. I'm joking, don't steal from Lowe's. Could always steal from somebody who's already got a bunch of potting soil. I don't know why my solution is theft. Nobody can stop you. I mean, obviously they could. But it's free if you're fast enough, is what I'm getting at. Alright, so somewhere down here... Oh, hey there. Ow. Oh, shit. Sawblade locusts are not something I want to play with right now. They're probably one-hit kill, even with my new armor. But as to say, they one-hit kill me. Not I can kill them in one hit. Interesting. Surely this is where I came from, to an extent, but the ladder system to get out of here is not complete. Maybe down here is where I found that aged wooden bed. I think it might be. Do I have enough stuff to get out? Not particularly, no. Alright, well, best of luck transplanting your peppers. I do have a pickaxe, so getting stuck is a tiny bit less likely to happen. Lots of strong monsters down here, though. So playing down here at all is not advisable. A lot of saltpeter, though, in case I ever decide to start making ore bombs. That's right, you can use grenades for mining in this game. It's wild to think that this adventure that's almost gotten me killed several times now is just because, or rather, loot a bed. Dead surface bowthorn. Another dead bowthorn. What are y'all doing down here? Alright, looks crushed. So these bowthorns fell to their death, which is hilarious. They don't deserve any better. Kind of curious as to what's going on with this exit. Just not enough ladders to actually escape here. What was my game plan? I do think that this is the cave system I died in, though, rather than the cave system I was able to escape. So maybe there was not much of a game plan. Oh. Ow. One moment. Bye. Lots of monsters down here. It's almost like I'm underground in the dark. And boom, escape. Getting out of there alive is not bad. It's not what I was down there to do, though. It'd be like playing through Fear and Hunger, but you get to the end and you manage to escape and you're like, hell yeah, I made it out of that place. And then I was like, wait, that's not why I was here. I started not down there. I want to play Fear and Hunger, but I don't know if I'm smart or have the attention span for it. Like, not, you know, smart enough. I wish those locusts would leave me alone. How's my leather doing? Probably not done. Nope, nowhere near ready to shift over. Actually, it's going to be ready to shift over in an hour. Barrel of strong tannin and weak tannin. I'll go see if I can milk my sheep again. That'll give me something to do. While I wait for my leather to be able to be swapped over. That being said, lactating for 19 days. Don't think it says ready to be milked, though. Yeah, not ready to be milked. Fine, fine. I gotta leave some milk for the babies. Whoops. Lag spike. I don't know if I would say that the health of the baby sheep is more important than my cottage cheese, but it'll be, it is what it is. I wish the babies would hold still long enough for me to make sure that they're actually Gen 4 like they're supposed to be. Yep, Generation 4. Fun fact, my favorite Pokemon game, Soul Silver, is also Generation 4. The plants don't sound like they're in any hurry anyway. And food is definitely more important. As long as you don't put off the plants forever, you should be totally fine. Got any fish? No. And it looks like both of them need to be rebaited. And all my bait's in the cellar. I need more armor. There is a spell that will increase the amount of defense I have as well, which would be nice to have. But all the magic is so RNG, I'm unlikely to get it unless I cheat. Will harden in 6 hours. I wonder how I get hardened lard out of a bottle. My salt crystals are still dry. So much to do. And curing will be cured in 5 days. Aging the sausage just makes it better. You can totally just use it fresh. I don't know if aging sausage actually makes it more filling in real life. That doesn't sound like something that would be accurate. But I suppose the game does have to compensate you for your time. If aged sausage wasn't provably better than the non-aged stuff, nobody would bother aging it. my goodness, look at the chick. I wish the lambs would stop running from me. Come back so I can pet you. Oh, a lot of these growths are dead. Probably go through and clear off the dead growths so that they can try to expand again in the future. And proper plant care. A lot of them were able to expand just fine, so I don't know why so many of them did die. Probably just a timing thing. My little dwarf pine trees were trying to grow in the winter. And then the cold stopped them. Alright. I think that's all the dead growths. Should probably check my raspberries for dead growths as well. Although maybe all the raspberry growths being dead would benefit me, because if they're dead growths, they won't be trying to expand, and I don't want my raspberries doing that. I'll walk into them enough as it is. That is not a lot of lime water. Give me that. Seal you in the tannin. It's gonna take 3 days and then another 4 days, so it takes like a whole week just to make leather. I'd only want it for a spell that's not even going to be that good until later. Who knows, maybe I can use it to super grow my pumpkins. We'll have to see how it behaves with pumpkins. Are you ready to be milked yet? No. Can I pet you at least? Just pet the sheep. I can't pet the lamb. And I can't pet the bighorn ram either, because the ram is a jerk. I mean, other than the 2 deaths, one of which ended up not counting, I would say that this has been a pretty successful stream. Unfortunately, it is now 7 AM, so I gotta call it. Oh, look at that, another big-ass fish. I got a pike, which is a howkie. Still no eggs. No ovulated eggs. I have to bait these again, unless I just forgot to bait them. And if I did forget to bait them, catching a howkie, or a pike rather, without bait was pretty impressive. Good luck for me. Metal scraps. I think I need those. Unless I got a temporal gear in one of these containers. I did use them all. Yeah, I used every temporal gear I had. For some torches. Wild stuff. Oh, hey, shifting fibers. And a lot more bones. Let's see here, it is February now. So spring will end within the in-game month. But I gotta stop streaming now. Let's go and go somewhere safe to do the outro. Alright, let's check it out. I've got 18 current concurrent viewers. I want every single one of you to know that you are appreciated. Those of you who are keeping me company in chat, also appreciated. If you are watching this sometime in the future as a VOD and somehow watched the entire thing, you've the patience of a saint. Also appreciate you. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Hopefully my next stream is a tiny bit more productive. Tomorrow's stream is going to be Voices of the Void, but the stream after that will hopefully actually see me get something done.